21st of March 1962, George Trevor, an American architect, was contacted by Dr. Oswald Earl Spencer, a world-renowned virologist and eugenicist, and one of the core founders of Umbrella Pharmaceuticals. Dr. Oswald E. Spencer contacted George Trevor because he was aware of his fondness of secret rooms and anti-intrude traps within his buildings that he had designed. Dr. Oswald Earl Spencer tasked George Trevor to design a mansion that would be located deep within the Raccoon Forest in Arkley County. Dr. Oswald Earl Spencer lured George Trevor in with the promise of that he would have unlimited funding and full creative control of the mansion that he would create and construct. And George Trevor, absolutely ecstatic by the idea, had begun to design different rooms and the traps, but he also wanted to make sure that the mansion itself was beautiful, yet very mysterious. However, due to George Trevor having a family back at America, it was decided that George Trevor's family was to be following him to the Spencer Mansion, and they themselves arrived on the 10th of November 1962. Once George Trevor had arrived at the Spencer Mansion on the 13th of November, he was informed by Lord Spencer that his family had left earlier to visit his Aunt Emma, who had fallen ill. Having dinner alone with Lord Spencer, George Trevor was unaware that it was a lie, and that Spencer has begun conducting experiments on his family with the prototype of the progenitor virus. In the late 60s, and having understood the fatal consequences of the progenitor virus, Dr. Oswald E. Spencer launched Project Wesker. The goal of Project Wesker was to adopt children and educate them as a means to share Spencer's ideology, but also to experiment new virus strains on them. Two particular subjects involved in Project Wesker were Albert Wesker and Alex Wesker, and over the years, Albert Wesker particularly excelled, and in 1977 received a doctorate degree in virology, making him a person of interest for Umbrella, specifically Dr. James Marcus. Over the time that he stayed at the Umbrella Executive Training Center, Albert Wesker stole a sample of Dr. Marcus's T virus strain, and as a result was moved to the Arkley laboratory after the center's closure in 1978. Albert Wesker was then assigned on developing a new strain of the T virus alongside Dr. William Birkin. However, in 1998, Albert Wesker and Dr. William Birkin were assisting in the assassination of Dr. James Marcus and covering it up. Once their task was complete, Albert secretly kept Marcus's data of his years of research on the virus, and after a few years, Albert Wesker moved to serve in the US Army, assisting with his knowledge of biotechnology. As Project Wesker continued for the next few decades, Albert Wesker and Alex Wesker were the only two survivors. In May 1998, an accident had broken out in the Arkley laboratory, and the latest strand of the T virus had leaked, infecting the entire complex, which included the Umbrella researchers and its inhabitants. Due to this accident, Albert Wesker saw it as an opportunity to send two elite law enforcement from the Special Teams and Rescue Service, or STARS, to investigate the mansion and its laboratory. The only law enforcement team that survived was the STARS Alpha team. However, the STARS Bravo team were killed in action. And as a method to contain the outbreak and the deadly experiments that were conducted within the Spencer Mansion and the Arkley laboratory, Raccoon City was nuked. This in process would also destroy the Spencer Mansion alongside it, leaving nothing but a nuclear rubble in Raccoon City.